Some people you meet in this world, you can never know what to say to them. You can never know how to approach them. And sometimes they'll just catch you by surprise. One day you're walking down the street, next thing you know, someone pops out of a trash can and then stabs you to death. Something like that. Okay, that's a little that's a little over exaggerating. But I want to share today an experience I had at my old work at the Family Dollar about 3, 4, 5 years ago. Yeah, I think it was 5 years ago. And I'm going to talk about a guy who came in and wanted to sell me drugs because how fast I moved with the groceries. Now, I was at the cash register and I was doing my normal thing. And what I like to do for fun is I like to grab a thing and then test my speed. So I could scan real quick and doop, 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 and then put it in the bag. And people be like, "Oh, that's kind of funny." And some people be like, "Oh, that's kind of weird. Why are you doing it so fast?" And I'm like, "Okay, I'll slow down." But I just thought of it as fun, something to pass the time because there wasn't a whole lot to do around that specific area of Kentucky. So this guy comes in. I'm doing my thing. I'm feeling good, and the guy's like, huh, "Man, you're pretty fast. You're very damn. You're really fast." And I'm kind of at this point I should be kind of I should be more awkward around this kind of guy because he seemed really interested in how fast I was moving. I just took it as him being very generous, and I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you for that. I do the best I can." And he's like, I could put some use for you. I can probably put you in some use. And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Bro, I can offer you some." And he starts naming off these type of drugs, like I can offer you some HTC, FVW, 2,4-B, nitrogen, or whatever the hell. Like, he's going through like a list of letters. I don't do drugs, so I don't know what the hell he's talking about. All I'm taking from this is he's just spouting off some random letters. I knew exactly that it was supposed to be some sort of drugs, and I put two and two together quickly because of how fast I was moving. He must have think I was some sort of speed freak, and there was people behind him. He knew that there was people behind him. And he just decided just to list off a bunch of drugs: HTC, FY, TMC, CMT, TNT, ABC Television, XYJK, Element of XYJK. I can't even do the ABCs. Wow, what a fucking asshole. HIJK, Element of P. Wow, shows you how stupid I am. But anyway, he's naming off these. But that was a joke I thought up before making the video, and I couldn't even pull that off. Wow, what an asshole I am. Anyway, he starts naming off these things, and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't do stuff like that, sir. I'm sorry to say, I'm not doing that based off drugs. I don't do drugs and whatnot." He's like, "Oh, man," and then he pulls up his arm, and there's tracks, needle tracks, all over his arm, like on a day-to-day basis. It's just kind of like one here, one from like a year ago, one from 2 years ago, one from 3 weeks ago. But here's one from like 2 hours ago, and a few minutes, fresh and old tracks just riddled across his arm. And he's showing everybody this, and everybody is looking at this guy and then looking at me. And it's like, Are you really going to accept that?" And he's telling me, "I can give you the best shit, man. I can give you the best shit right now. I can see you're fast. I can see you're a user." I'm not a user, but I can see you're a user, and I can give you everything you want. And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I don't do that." And then there's an awkward silence. He's like, "Oh." So I ring his stuff up. I'm like, "Would you like a receipt?" And he's like, so he takes the bag and then fucking sprints out the door. He sprints out the door, and then the next person comes up, and they're looking at me, and I'm like, I didn't expect that to happen. I don't even know what the hell happened. And they're like, I've seen that kind of guy around here. He's a weird one." And then the day continued as such. Not the greatest story ever told from the workforce, but hey, what can you do? So thank you all very much for watching, for listening to that random story I had to share, and yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.